Heidi-ho, neighbors, John Spence here, and you are listening to Little Boys Night, Episode 3. Welcome to the show. If this is your first time listening, then thanks for coming. Little Boys Night is produced every Friday for your enjoyment and can be listened to on iTunes or SoundCloud under the name Little Boys Night. Those links, as well as show notes, can be found at littleboysnight.wordpress.com. You can also find all of our social media links there. That's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat. Now, let's get into the show. Hello everyone and welcome to episode 3 of Little Boys Night. We are very excited to be here with you, and this is our first episode where our podcast is now on iTunes. So we got certified, so it'll be a lot easier for our listeners to find us there. You can just search Little Boys Night on iTunes. So it's just the original crew, but we can go ahead and introduce ourselves by whispering our names at the same time into the mic. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Jared. All right. Well, I'm sure you know us all by now. We've got some pretty solid segments for you, so we can go ahead and jump right in. Our first segment is called Clinton or Trump. So, Jared, Clinton or Trump? All right, that's a joke. This isn't real. We'll edit that out later. Okay. Actually, our first segment is along the lines of election-based. It's called Choose Your Own Nominee. So a couple nights ago, we had the first debate between the 2016 presidential nominees, and it was pretty electric. There's a joke going, though, that they're both terrible options, and you've got to choose the lesser of two evils, and it's getting real funny. It's getting funnier as time goes on. But let's say each of us had the power to nominate 2 presidential candidates. Which ones would you choose, and who do you think would win?
I have a question. Is this from, like, pop culture or cartoons?
Anything.
Oh. That's great. I got 2. I don't think either one of them would make good presidents, but I just really like to see an election where Tim Tebow ran for president against Ronald Reagan's corpse, and I just really want to see how that would go.
Tim Tebow's a pretty good runner. I mean, he spent most of his time in the big leagues just running.
What? I just said what? I was confused.
Was it part of it? Who did you think was going to win?
Oh, yeah. Who do I think is going to win? Yeah. I probably Ronald Reagan's corpse, because I really think he can motivate the Republican base. Tebow's probably too moderate for him.
Yeah.
Would be my guess.
Yeah, it's probably way too moderate.
And not, like...
The scriptures on the eye black really...
Yeah, well, he has
really
tattoos,
pushes him center.
doesn't he?
Oh, does he?
I don't know, maybe.
Tim Tebow? He's not going to heaven.
I don't think... No, I think Reagan's corpse would win that, because he'd get the Republicans. Tebow couldn't get the Democrats, but it'd be a fun race to watch.
Okay.
The vice presidential choices would be interesting too, I think.
Yeah, that's true.
I have 2.
Okay.
I would say Rod from Hot Rod. And Marshall Erickson from How I Met Your Mother. And I personally would love either one of them to be president. I think Rod would be the worst president ever, but he would be hilarious to see running for president.
That's true.
But I think Marshall would be awesome as a president, and he could out-lawyer anyone, so...
Also, he does have the credentials, because he was a judge. Mm-hmm. He was a judge,
right.
so credentials do pay off. And Rod Kimball still lives with his parents.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, her parents, excuse me.
Still the best stuntman alive, though.
Yeah, very true, very true. I have 2.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with the classic Tony Stark. I don't know which side he'd run for, but whichever one he wanted probably. And then the other one, I'd go with the classic Thor. Assuming he was born in the country. So a little Avengers matchup. You know.
Or he went through the citizen citizenry process.
Well, but
Yes.
you have to be born in the U.S. to be president.
And he's
Oh yeah.
you have to live here for 14 years.
Yeah.
But your
So
parents have to be born here, right? Because Ted Cruz or whatever is Canadian.
your parents don't have to be born here, but you have to be a natural born citizen,
Oh.
along with other requirements. But
Yeah.
Yeah, because like every Republican was like, my parents weren't born in this country, but they're a hardworking middle class.
Exactly. So we're gonna curb immigration. Yeah. I would probably, I'd have to go with a good like Bugs Bunny and Forrest Gump matchup. Bugs Bunny's got like the wiles and the wit, but like I think that Forrest Gump like in classic form would just somehow stumble into the presidency, like totally accidentally. But I mean, he's a good moral guy, and yeah, he's pretty good at running too. So
I was running.
I would probably go with Patrick Star from SpongeBob because he would take all of America's problems and push them somewhere else.
Like Mexico.
Yeah.
No, the Gulf of Mexico.
Yeah, that's what you meant, right?
Isn't that where his little coconut home is?
Yeah.
Gulf of Mexico?
So,
I think it's just a rock.
It's a rock,
pretty
dude.
sure it is a rock.
pretty sure
Oh,
it's like
I've never seen SpongeBob.
Yeah, Patrick lives in Panama City Beach.
right off the coast.
Oh yeah, then my second candidate would probably just be Batman because I feel like he'd be good. I don't know. Exactly.
That'd be quite the race.
Yeah.
Would it still be the White House if Batman?
No, he would
Just
ask
be
if
a
it comes
cave.
in black, and then he just
Matt Black.
Yeah.
Matt Black House.
yeah. He wouldn't. He
A
wouldn't.
guy named Matt Black.
It's Jack Black's lesser known cousin.
Matt Black shows up like, at his house, like, pretty sure this is my house.
All right, I think mine would have to be reverse back to 2006, and it's a battle. No. Let's do 2012, okay? If this were the 2012 presidential race.
Right.
Steve Jobs versus Bill Gates. What better way to settle the whole PC Mac thing
Yeah.
than with a presidential election?
And you wouldn't have to worry about like donors. Like
Right. I mean, they could pretty much fund their own campaigns.
Right.
True.
Probably the best one.
Yeah, that's yeah.
I'd vote in that one. I'd register to vote in that one.
Oh yeah? Are you registered to vote right now? Yesterday was National Registration Day.
I'm registered.
It's on the to-do list
We're getting there.
somewhere.
And
We're
you
getting
need an
there.
absentee ballot, too.
Nah, it's
Everyone listening, please register to
Register.
vote. Be
for
a
God's sake.
responsible citizen.
All right, what an electric segment. Now we're gonna segue into our second segment. It's called Hollywood Babylon. There's Trouble in Paradise. Our first story is, as I'm sure all of our listeners know, Angelina Jolie has filed for divorce from her husband Brad Pitt, citing irreconcilable differences including alcohol and marijuana use, which has allegedly affected his ability to parent. Probably not likely. Sounds like an excuse. Sounds like a cop-out. On a lighter note, Brad Pitt has been effectively friend-zoned, meaning that there's hope for us lesser men if Brad Pitt has been friend-zoned. But we're going to go ahead and give Brad, since he probably listens to this podcast,
Yeah.
some of our best relationship advice.
Oh.
So we're going to kick it over to our dear Abby, columnist Adam Ragsdale, to start things off.
Wait, what are we? What are we talking?
We're giving Brad Pitt our best dating advice.
Well, Brad Pitt, Brad, let me tell you something.
Bradley.
Well, number one, I'm not much of a marijuana user myself, but with all my kids, I do think that I parent better when I'm not smoking marijuana weed, and marijuana pipe, weed, dank, and so I think that also I wouldn't drink if I had kids. But since I don't have kids, I drink all the time. I'm totally kidding. Yeah, Brad, that's all I have to say for you.
yeah.
So cut out the dank weed and the
Right.
the boozing.
Like,
And-
you have kids now.
You pretty much told him what he shouldn't have done. It's kind of too late.
Hindsight is 20/20.
Maybe I shouldn't.
Maybe he should become a better actor too.
Oh, true.
Oh, the
He
old,
sucks.
the old,
He's having performance issues.
or like I was gonna say like, oh, it's a good thing that you're out of your relationship because now you can focus on your career.
Yeah.
Like, maybe make your career your wife
Yeah,
now.
so maybe he won't die in Troy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Thanks,
He
man.
die.
It's
That was a problem. Yeah, that was a problem from his relationship.
it's about time to make a sequel to Troy, I think.
Yeah.
And now's the perfect time.
True.
No 17 kids, no Angie.
Right.
I don't know. I say look at the bright side.
My mom's name is Angie. Just want to throw that out there. Yeah.
Oh crap!
Brad?
Maybe, I don't know. I hope so.
You are blonde.
I am blonde.
You are stunning.
I can't complain about
No
that.
arguments here.
Yeah.
Are we all?
Anybody else?
Yeah, we're all in this.
What do you guys think?
Okay.
Well, Brad. Going back to Adam's point, the first week, no slow playing.
True.
Don't be slow playing the chicas. Just be yourself. I mean, I think if you be yourself and be Brad Pitt, I think women will come to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Are you taking the position of like move on from Angelina Jolie or try to win her back? Like be yourself and try to win her back, or like be yourself and get into the dating game again?
I would say get into the dating game. You know, what's in the past is in the past, Brad. I mean, I hope you're listening, Brad. I mean, this is pretty good stuff. Taking some notes or something.
There you go. At him on this.
I mean, yeah, just be yourself. Maybe fix your hair every once in a while.
I would say as our resident relationship opposite of expert, I'm an expert on not committing to things. So here's my take on it. You're Brad Pitt. You're a strong, independent man. You don't need a woman. I say look at the bright side. Like, this gives you more time to, you can focus on your career if you want, but you've got all the money that anyone could ever need. You could throw a party every freaking day of your life now. Like, no Angelina Jolie. That sounds like good news to me. Just move on.
Yeah.
See the kids on the weekend. Be the fun parent. Invite them to your parties. They'll have fun. They'll like you more.
Parties with or without the dank weed.
You know what? If it was my own party, it would be without.
Okay, good.
And if he's gonna invite me, I would not partake. And if he's gonna invite his kids, I'm gonna go on the strong position that there shouldn't be any there. But what he does in the privacy of his home, his business. I'm not there. Angelina Jolie's not there. You do you, boo.
I would say, Bradley, I think you started with the bar a little too high because, I mean, you met Angelina Jolie. He met Angelina Jolie filming Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Yep.
So, like, automatically she has expectations that he's going to be, like, super BA. And then he goes and films something like Sinbad and the Seven Seas, and then you're like, oh, what have you done? So maybe the next girl, maybe meet her when you're doing something small, like a Jefferson Davis like biopic or something, like where your expectations aren't that high, and then move on from there.
That's solid. That's good. I like that.
Thanks. That's a pretty hot take.
I guess my advice, based on my extensive knowledge of relationships, which is barely any, yes, win her back, I'd say. Just put down the dank weed, put down the alcohol and boozing. Do it for the kids, man. I mean, they need a dad. So get back in there. That's what I say.
Or, with all this money that he has, if he really cares about the kids, he can buy them a new, better dad in lieu of himself.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, because if we think about it, they're not his kids, right? Do they have any biological kids together? I thought they just adopted all of them. So his connection's probably not that strong.
True.
You know? I mean, he's like, they're not my kids in the first place. Someone else can take them.
Not that we're implying that adopted kids can't have strong connections with their adopted parents. We're just saying in this case, because
Probably
we
not.
know Brad Pitt very personally.
Yep. He's a listener.
He actually dated.
Yeah, he wouldn't mind us saying that, I don't think. This was not a statement on adoption in general. This was a statement on, I mean, I know Brad. We've had coffee actually since, I didn't want to bring this up unless I had to, but we've had coffee since the divorce, and he's admitted to everything I just said. So I kind of nailed it, I think.
And, do take note, most of us don't have girlfriends, so probably isn't the best advice.
Yeah. Well, you could still listen to it.
18%.
Yeah, you can still listen to
There's
it.
only 2 of you guys that have girlfriends.
Right. So that's
33.
What he can do is he can listen to our advice, and then in the same vein of getting advice from very qualified sources, he can go out and get driving lessons from like Stevie Wonder or somebody like that.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Moving on. We've got another story. This one we don't have to go around the horn on, but Catherine Hicks, who played the mother in the TV series Seventh Heaven, which is a show about a minister and his wife who had 7 kids, stated that the whole cast would like to see the show come back, but only on one condition: that the dad character dies.
Wait.
Hang on. The actor who played the father recently admitted to inappropriate relationships with 3 underage girls, and Hicks went on to say that maybe the show could be renamed Eighth Heaven, and the 8th guy could be a new boyfriend for her. So to me, this kind of just sounds like she's trying to, like, she's not like saying we're going to kill the dad, but like, hey, maybe if someone did, that'd be a shame, but we would all come back for the show.
Well, they had their opportunity. I was an avid watcher of the show.
Oh, really?
Yeah, my world was pretty shattered the day the music died and he came out with that news. But they had their opportunity because he got shot by a kid in the show. If any of you guys remember that episode, some kid at Simon's school brought a gun and he told the kid's dad, and the kid got angry and shot him. So in my mind, they had their opportunity to do it. Sounds like this lady just wants a career resurrection or something like that.
Yeah.
I say you just let the show die, you know? Like, it's scarred to me, but what show isn't? He was even on The Office. The Office is a little bit tainted to me now.
Yeah, I mean, it's making or bringing back the series just to kill him off isn't going to make that strong of a statement about what he did. Like, people are already all on the page of, like, he's bad for that. I don't think you have to convince anyone by bringing back the show and killing him off. That's kind of, I'm with Jared on that one.
Yeah.
So just like vaguely fade him off, or let the show die? You said let the show die.
Yeah.
The show is dead. Like, they aren't making new episodes. Nobody's calling for, like, the Cosby Show to come back just so they can kill Bill.
Yeah, but then you couldn't call it the Cosby Show. You'd have to call it the, like,
Kill Cosby.
other guy show. Yeah.
You can call
Everyone
it Kill
hates
Bill.
Yeah.
You call it Kill Bill as well.
I think there might be an issue with that. I think there's already a Kill Bill, maybe. I don't know.
You're
Just,
thinking of Free Willy.
oh, okay. No, what's that dolphin movie with Morgan Freeman? Is that Dolphin's Tale?
Island.
That's
Prosthetics.
Yeah.
Yeah. Incorporated. Okay. Our final Hollywood Babylon. Olivia Newton-John, who played Sandy in Grease. Yeah, there we go. Just reported that her former boyfriend, thought lost at sea since 2005, is not actually dead. He just faked his death and moved to Mexico to avoid paying any debt. I think that sounds like a cop-out. Like, if you're dating a guy and it's bad enough to where he fakes his death and then tells you, oh yeah, I just did that so I didn't have to pay any debt, like, that sounds like an excuse for actually you just being a terrible significant other.
Well, do we know how much debt it was?
I don't know. They didn't specify, so, I mean, she was pretty vague about it.
It also sounds like she's not a good girlfriend, though, because obviously, like, he wanted to keep this on the down low, and she just outed him to the whole nation.
I honestly think this sounds a lot like the plot of Count of Monte Cristo.
Oh, yeah, true.
Goes missing.
Lots of connections.
I just say props to him. My goodness, what year is it? 2016?
Yeah.
That's 11 years for being thought of Lost at Sea.
Yeah.
Like, better actor than Olivia Newton right now. My goodness
The only
gracious.
thing she did other than Grease was Xanadu, right? Or Xanadu? however you pronounce that. Zathura, yeah. The god awful sequel to Jumanji. They're remaking Jumanji. Did you know that?
Without Robin Williams?
Yeah, with Kevin Hart and Dwayne Johnson.
What?
No.
Really hard to do.
That was my childhood.
Yeah, so I don't know how I feel about that.
Upset.
I don't like
hard
it.
pass on that one.
Yeah.
Like, I agree with all the Disney movies being remade because they're being redone really well, but Jumanji, I'd leave that one. Just leave it be.
Especially because of one of the best actors of all time is in it. So
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we can move on to our next segment. This is our second. The shame of the church this week is.
Nice.
Last week we had a pretty good one with the Hell Houses. Go listen to our last episode if you haven't already. But this week, Mel Gibson said that his next project could very well be a sequel to The Passion of the Christ.
What?
Pretty much the only Christian movie that made it into mainstream Hollywood. Like,
Oh, God.
Kirk Cameron hasn't really done anything for evangelicalism. Is that a
Yeah.
word? Is that a word?
Evangelism?
Evangelicalism.
Yeah,
Ah.
like our. Yeah, but can you imagine? Like, what do you think the sequel's gonna like? The Sanhedrin Strikes Back, or like, and also would there be a trilogy, or is it just like, I don't know.
maybe it's just Paul's story.
Well,
I don't
didn't they end at him like coming out of the tomb? So they could just do like him going the miracle.
Oh yeah, because people are like, what happened? I don't know. He just walked out of
Yeah.
the tomb. Like, is he still around today? Or
Read
like,
the
is-
book, folks.
Yeah, that's true.
So you could start out with those 40 days of him appearing to the disciples and then go from there, maybe? I don't know how he would... Like, Paul's story could be another aspect of it, but that'd take up most of the New Testament, I believe. So,
Yeah.
like, all the epistles, all the letters would just be
You watch
Paul's
your
story.
I'm trying to think, like, but like, what would they even title that?
Jesus Part 2.
Yeah, like the Passion of the Christ 2, like that just doesn't flow.
Passion of the Christ. Less passionate this time.
It sounds a little bit like Mel Gibson is just like, my career is currently tanking.
Yeah.
Except he did just direct that one that looks really good about the war. What's it called?
Ben-Hur?
The war.
Oh yeah,
No.
yeah, the one about the
Done that.
Andrew Garfield.
The guy, yeah, he doesn't kill anyone, but he goes to World
Yeah.
War II.
Oh, I've heard it.
Yeah, he
Okay.
directed
I can't
that.
remember what it's called.
I got nothing.
Yeah.
Oh, Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Basically.
yeah.
I think that I think it'll be called Passion of the Christ Resurrection, and then it's in real time, right? So it's an hour and a half to 2.5 hours, real time, follows Jesus the whole time. It could even be point of view, right? Just get an actor, strap a camera to his head, get one on his chest, and a couple different. So you have a few shots, but it's all from Jesus's point of view.
Okay.
Just what do you even do in that first hour and a half? Find out this spring,
So-
spring 2017.
So it's like Hardcore Henry.
Yes.
For those of you who haven't seen, it's a robotic husband who tries to save his wife, but it's all from his view.
I think
Yeah.
that's actually the title of it. It's going to be Passion of the Christ Part 2 Hardcore Henry.
All right.
Jesus
That's an
robotic
interesting
version.
thought. Like, what do you think he did as he came out of the tomb? Like, do you think he was like, I haven't gone to the bathroom in 3 days. We're treading on really sacrilegious ground here.
I'm pretty sure when you die, you just pee on your own.
That's true. That's a true statement.
Because you have muscles that are like contracting and holding it in, right? So when those muscles give out, it just seepage.
I don't have those
Open the
muscles.
floodgates of heaven.
All right.
Ew.
Dude.
Ew.
And with that,
Holy
we can-
crap.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, Yo-Yo's been strangely silent this whole time. With that, we'll move on to our first game. This segment is called Bigger or Better. The way this works is I've asked all of the guys to come up with an object and tell if they would rather have it bigger or better and why.
Like our families.
Yeah. Would you rather have a better family or a larger one? Riley, did you?
I just thought of one on the spot. A Segway,
Okay.
bigger or better? I personally would rather have a bigger Segway and just mow downtown. Just go around, just
Like attach a mower to it and
no, not necessarily, not necessarily. Just like just a massive Segway, just hossing around downtown Springfield. Picking up the ladies, doing whatever.
Okay.
I'd rather have a bigger Segway than a regulation Segway.
Okay. Fair point. Good. Interesting.
I just thought of one. I would probably. It's actually already a thing. The iPhone, bigger or better, and I think they've been increasing in size. If I'm not, mistaken.
That's pretty accurate.
Pretty sure the new one is the size of a small TV. Yeah, basically a Mac.
a Mac board.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So.
Okay.
So I would probably say better because I like smaller and it would fit in my pocket. I just look down and see iPads in people's pockets. And, you know what I mean? So
Okay.
that'd be mine.
Fair point. I would probably say I would have a watermelon, but it would be a better watermelon. Because I've had some pretty good watermelon, but if you've got a huge one, one the size of a room, it'll go bad really quick.
that's true.
But watermelon's really good. If you could make it better, man, pretty incredible.
How would
You can. This episode is brought to you by Food Sci Labs, making GMOs for 20 plus years, and they're only getting better. Go check out their website.
Scilabs.org.
Send us our check, please, Sideways.
You owe us.
I would say a topic that is close to home, our wonderful institution here at Evangel University. Would I want it bigger or would I want it better? And I think...
Careful.
Yeah, I think I would just want it better. I kind of don't mind how small it is, but there are definitely just some things that I would just want to improve the quality of.
Such as what?
We don't need to go into that on a live mic.
Yeah, because this will be live when they're listening to it. I might want it a little bit bigger for student fees to go down.
Ooh.
And then you'd have more money in general, though.
And better programs.
Maybe they're tied, yeah.
I think it falls under better, I think.
But
That's
if
true.
it starts off bigger, then it gets better.
Where would we go bigger to, though? We're in the middle of a city. Take over that old Solo Cup factory across the street.
Build up, my friend. Add 3 or 4 stories to every building, and there you go.
And have a bridge across Glenstone over to the Solo Cup
Exactly.
factory.
Dig it.
I'm down.
All right, I think
You listening?
Actually, an underground tunnel would be better.
Yeah.
I'd rather have an underground.
How about both?
Yeah, exactly. One with a massive Segway laying on the side, just for me.
all right. I've been thinking, and I think. Does anybody remember those moon shoes? They were
yeah.
giant purple.
goodness.
They were horrible, right? Great concept, terrible execution. You couldn't jump high in those things. You could barely walk. So I say better moon shoes, things that actually increase your vertical by 2, 3, 4, 6 feet. Strap those on, and smaller too, so they look like they're a little bit bigger than the size of normal shoes. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm getting really excited and I'm adding on to this. It's actually just an insert, right? So there's iPhone cases that add batteries. This is a shoe case that adds vertical, okay? So you're going to play basketball. You strap this onto your shoe. You're freaking dunking. You're like, sign me up, coach. I'll play in the NBA tomorrow.
Yeah.
Get me a contract on the desk, and we'll
We
go.
promote PEDs at this point.
Yeah.
So, flubber, basically.
Oh, yeah, because
Yes.
there's that scene.
Yeah, in the basketball
R.I.P.
game.
Robin.
As a former shoe sales associate and salesman of shoe accessories, I can say that product do pretty well in my opinion.
What do you got for us, CRU? You've been quiet for a little while.
I've been thinking this whole time. I can't think of anything except maybe to better improve the technology of a skateboard to actually come up with a hoverboard like in Back to the Future.
You know that would sell well.
Yes, it would. They did a prank on that, and I believed it.
Shoes.
I was impressed when they didn't deliver.
Yeah, there are your credentials.
So, in terms of shoes, that would sell well.
That would sell pretty dang
Awesome.
well. I have
Just-
a feeling.
I wanted an expert opinion on that.
Yep.
Always been on my heart.
Yeah. Speaking of massive segues,
We're gonna move ahead and do headlines. I am going to read a headline, and collectively we're going to try and put together what the news story was that this headline is based on. So the first one is, and these were all found via CNN. Teen tries to impress girl, falls 23 stories from balcony.
incredible.
I just hope he got that girl.
I hope he didn't. Did he die? Wait, did he die?
This is
We're coming up with it, yeah.
Hope he didn't. I'd feel bad.
Well, I mean, we're telling the story, so I think he was probably, taking his massive Segway out for a spin on the balcony and then realized it was too big and just fell directly off.
Yeah, the balcony had a weight capacity that he didn't realize. Mm-hmm. I guess maybe it's like a duplex, like a high lofted
It's a
duplex.
lofted duplex?
Yeah. They have those in Singapore, so I guess that's where this is. And so his neighbor is the girl that he's crushing on, and they share the balcony. So he rides his giant Segway out there, and he's like looking in the window, like doing tricks and stuff, and then he just falls through.
My take on this, I don't think the headline's believable. I think the word falls lures us into this weird false sense of we think he did it on accident. I think him trying to impress the girl was he was like, I bet I can survive this 23-story drop. He just dives off of it. And then when he falls at the bottom, or not falls, sorry, when he arrives at the bottom,
We call that landing.
gets to his destination, he's just like, man, I bet she thought that was super cool.
Before he blacked out.
Going off of Jared's little comment, I think it was a lot like that, and I also think it was a lot like the beginning to the movie The Other Guys, when they're like, aim for the bushes, for the bushes, and they just run, and there weren't any bushes, and they died. But except, instead of dying, he didn't die.
I'm pretty sure that's from Castaway.
I think he was hallucinating or had depth perception issues. And there was a lake or a pond close by, and he tried to, probably would have killed you as well, but was trying to jump in the lake, didn't realize it's about 1,000 feet away, and just plummets and dies. I think he dies.
I think he dies.
Yet another explanation is that the girl wasn't even watching this, right? She's nowhere to be seen. She's the nurse at the hospital that he knows he's going to be taken to, right? So he's like,
Florence Nightingale.
I got to get myself hurt somehow. I think the best way to do that is to fall 23 stories so I can go see, Cindy down at the Mercy down the street.
Okay,
Yeah.
but imagine if there's a camera in her apartment and she's cleaning dishes and she doesn't even notice, but off in the back right corner you just see the guy on his balcony and then he just falls. I would actually pay money to see that. All right, are you listening?
What a
out there, Steven
risk.
Spielberg? No, that's a
Trademark.
gave you. Yeah. Actually, what happened was the kid did see a girl in another apartment across the way. He tried to dangle from the railing, slipped off, and fell 230 feet. He survived.
What?
He only he had internal bleeding, but he didn't break any major bones. He had some internal lacerations. The police said, and this was the strange part, that the car that he landed on cushioned his fall.
Anything that gives, though, right? I mean, all that energy
What
goes
gives?
into the car, right?
Yeah.
I'm pretending to know about physics and stuff. I don't know. I'm gonna
Wow,
stop.
he might be invincible.
Okay, our
That's
next...
Car's not.
That's
Yeah,
Mark
is it?
Wahlberg. Mark Wahlberg is it?
Yeah, you're thinking of Mark Wahlberg.
Or is it Matt Damon?
That's
I
Marky
always get
Mark.
those two mixed up.
That's Marky Mark.
The next one is just said training ground for gaming legends.
This is obviously talking about Scott Hall.
Yes. Okay, I don't know if we've mentioned this, but we have a hall in our school, predominantly more geeky types.
They're gaming legends.
They are the gaming legends.
Well, it's a breeding
no,
ground or
training ground, not a breeding ground.
training ground
It's training them to breed.
for video games.
Right.
Classic. I hate those.
I don't even know what I just automatically pictured like a firing range at a police academy, but like instead of that they had the like controllers and they were just going over the different button combinations.
Like those virtual golf things where like you smack the golf ball into like the screen and then it flies from there.
Yes. Exactly.
It's like, yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
I imagined if you have seen the worst, the not as good new Karate Kid with Jaden Smith.
Disagree.
When he walks into the dojo of his enemies and all of the younger people are like in the courtyard, like hundreds of them, like all simultaneously like doing the same moves and making noises. That's what I imagined. Is like hundreds of like, you know, kids like organized in a neat way, making noises every button they press.
X.
Yeah.
So my knee-jerk reaction was Scott Hall, and I'd still say that's probably my gut feeling. My second gut feeling is like this could be like someone's first impression when they walk into like the kids' church of like some new non-denominational like, hey, we have a PlayStation every 4 feet. Bring your kids. We'll learn about Jesus today. And I think that's my other gut feeling about this, and I'm not sure which way to go, but I feel like either one could be right.
Okay.
I would say I was just imagining like the old Disney days when they'd have all the stars compete against something. I was imagining them in like the same room doing some stupid video game, like the Disney X Games or whatever, except they were video games. So that's what I don't know why that's came to my mind.
Stars playing video games.
Yeah, but it was like back in the day of you had Miley Cyrus, Zac Efron,
Mitchell Musso.
Mitchell Musso, right? All of those.
That's his name.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Wow.
His cover of "Lean on Me," so good.
Really?
Yeah, he added a rap verse to it too. It's insane.
Is it
Everybody
actually
look it up. We'll put the link to that.
Hey, Mitchell, if you're listening, you're welcome.
Hey, give us a theme song,
Where's
dude.
the check?
We're gonna at you when we post this.
Okay.
I'll just take a T-shirt with your face on it. That's it. No check for me.
Maybe your number
Yeah.
All right. We've
for a
got.
friend.
Jared just winked at the camera.
At the camera, there's no camera.
Oh, I meant microphone.
We've got one more.
We record the audio on a camera and just separate it from the video.
Okay, this one was literally just called "Time to Call the Saudis Out."
Oh God.
Yeah. All right. Instant image in my head. All right. It's summer camp, right? Saudi Arabia, real hot. It's morning time. It's time for breakfast. In the counselor cabin, they wake up one kid who's in charge of the I don't know, whatever Saudi equivalent of like a bugle, right? And they're like, hey,
The shofar. It's like a ram's horn.
yeah, okay, a shofar. He's like, hey, shofar boy, time to call the Saudis out.
Shofar, so good.
Wait, can you say that again?
Yeah, shofar, so good.
What a good joke.
I know what the name of our episode this week. I don't even think I can top that.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna
nobody.
try.
Should we just move on? That one was too good.
Yep.
Okay, we're now gonna do. We can. I don't really know where we're gonna go from that.
The images keep going in my mind. It just keeps building up.
That was killing. Maybe we could just build on that.
All right, so he
imagine-
walks outside.
And like, they get their like like halal food or whatever. Is that what they call that?
I don't know.
It's like their version of kosher.
First,
Oh yeah, maybe.
they go out. We always did this at camp. I went to a camp in 3rd grade, and they go out, and before breakfast, you line up and you hang the flag up. So maybe they hang up the Saudi and Arabian flag.
Yeah.
I don't know what that looks like. Is it?
the Pledge of Allegiance.
Yeah, say the Pledge of Allegiance.
But like to the American flag
No, I think they would start out with the morning prayer.
because we invaded
That's
them.
true. Yeah, towards Mecca.
Probably a Muslim summer camp.
Yeah. Oh, can you imagine
they're like-
like
In service, they're like, don't just let this camp be your only time. Keep going to mosque. Keep saying your prayers 5 times a day.
Is there also a Holy Spirit filling night at this Muslim camp? Because I think those are pretty universal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be clear, we're not making fun of Muslims.
No.
Islam is a
We just made fun of ourselves.
Yeah, we're
too.
making fun of
we're making
Pentecostals.
it's a
fun of
it's an
ISIS.
allegory.
Yeah, we're making fun
It's an
of organized
allegory, right?
religion.
For American summer camps.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, actually, we may have taken it too far there, but that's okay because we've got one last segment.
Might be able to edit it. Who knows?
Maybe.
If we want.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what kind of kickback we get.
It'll be up to my whim.
And then we can just delete it. Yeah, and then pretend like it never happened. Okay, we're going to go with some solid Would You Rathers to wrap up.
Oh, nice.
So the first one, would you rather have fingers as long as your legs or legs as long as your fingers?
You.
Fingers as long as your legs.
Yeah.
I'll retweet
Yeah.
that.
No advantage, just less disadvantages than the latter. So
Right.
If I had fingers as long as my legs, I picture like in the Guinness World Record 2007 book, that lady who had like the longest fingernails
yeah,
in the
those
world,
were nasty.
how they just curled. That's what I imagine like the whole fingers are.
There's got
just
to be
like
no benefit to that. Like,
Dangling.
other than the Guinness World Record. Like, you're not just growing those out for your own enjoyment.
yeah, and they're dangerous too. You can get infections from that. So
You.
I feel like they'd catch on stuff like subway
Snag.
doors. Like you're trying to commute
Yeah.
in the morning, and it's like everybody make sure you're in the subway, and then you're like, wait, my nails aren't, and then and then you're
It's like the Wolverine claws in X-Men Origins
Yeah.
when he steps on them.
Or like the escalator at the mall.
your hand just gets slowly just pulled into the
Right
Oh,
under. You get sucked in, hands first.
That would hurt.
You just gotta lift your hands straight up in the air. Escalator rides only.
I lift my hands up in the air sometimes.
Yeah.
Singing hey.
All right, next one. Would you rather run at 100 miles per hour or fly at 10 miles per hour? I would
think-
definitely rather run. I like running already, but like, I would rather get to my destination faster than do it in a cooler way.
Would you get tired like really fast, or would it be like a proportional thing, like you'd only get as tired as running your normal top speed?
I would hope it would be proportional. Although I'm sure your metabolism would probably be higher.
We're gonna cut this one out. What was the question?
The question was, would you rather run at 100 miles per hour or fly at 10 miles per hour?
I would rather personally fly at 10 miles an hour. Because if you're flying, like as a plane, I mean, you're going like super fast, but like if you fly higher, I'm pretty sure, okay, this may sound, I'm probably going to sound like an
Okay.
idiot. If you fly higher, don't you cover more ground?
Well, like, you catch...
Like,
aren't there like...
Air currents?
Yeah. You could, maybe.
I mean, how do clouds move, right?
True.
So there's your answer.
here's the thing, because like,
And
if
this
you're
was
flying,
and
you
this
don't
was
have any
talking
obstacles.
science.
Magical elves, actually. That one, 7th grade science.
Okay.
Thank you, Mrs. Williams.
Here's my thing. I think I would fly. Because here's the thing about it. Granted, there is nobody on this earth that can run 100 miles an hour. But there are lots of dudes who are pretty fast. Like, pretty fast. Like, they're going to impress someone on the street just as much as you're going to impress someone on the street with your super speed. But no one on earth can fly just by themselves.
But what's the fastest a human can run? Like 30-something miles per hour? So you're running, like, what, 70 miles per hour faster
Well, here's my
than
thing.
the average human being?
This is not about utility for me. Like, I got all the time in the world. I can go places. For me, this is about winning bets, mostly. So it's like, I'm going to win a bet 9 times out of 10 from now on that says I can fly, unless I'm just not doing good that day.
Also, you could go David Blaine and just learn a bunch of magic tricks, and that could be part of your toolbox of magic tricks.
Yeah, I think I would rather fly too because of contracts, right? You could get commercial deals. You could probably get some movie roles. They don't have to hook you up to cables. They don't have to, what is it, like Photoshop?
Yeah?
Yeah.
They Photoshop you flying. I don't know what movies are. all kinds of. I feel like there would be tons of ways to make money.
You can give people rides. Like, you know how Aladdin got that honey jasmine. He was like, how about we fly on my magic carpet? Cut out the middleman. You're just like, hey, how about we just take a flight? And she's like, do you have a magic carpet? And you're like, no, I have me.
But
I have a magic
to, like, sit
me.
on your back. Like, you're just kind of like dragging her through the air by holding her arms. Because you're only going 10 miles an hour.
Well, it's like, yeah, it's not great for conversation.
She's just dangling there.
Well, you just do like a piggyback ride.
Yeah,
basically.
it's not great for conversation, but it's like,
you never have
she
to
gets
worry
to
about
fly.
falling to your death from anything.
True.
That's true.
Be like, oh, like jump off a building. I'd do this. Oh, yeah.
But you can survive a
And then I would get
230-foot
the
fall.
girl.
Yeah.
Then I would actually get her.
Okay.
yeah, dig it.
All right. We've got one last one, and then we are finished. Would you rather always be slightly overdressed or always be slightly underdressed?
Off the bat, Adam, I would say always slightly overdressed. I have a motto: it's better to look good than to feel good. Because if I look good, then I feel good. So
Well, you can also just like, pardon the phrase, you can just BS your way like into confidence.
yeah.
Yeah, because like,
What I do.
because if you look awful, you can like it's hard to cover up that. I would agree with that statement.
I'd say overdressed as well. Retweet to Adam. That's all I have to say.
Okay.
So.
All right.
All right, I'm gonna say underdressed though because
really?
yeah, because I think it'd always
Minority
be a
opinion.
fun conversation topic. Like, hey, why'd you show up at this, gala without a tie? I'm like, listen, bud, I don't need a tie. I don't conform, right?
Yes.
I have a tie app or something, right? If you want me to wear a tie, I can hold my phone up to my chest.
With that
But-
slide phone right there.
Yeah.
I have
IG Shine.
at the moment I have an LG Shine, right? Throwback to 2006. So anyway, yeah, I'd be underdressed because I can take the heat from people. I don't think I could ever get in serious trouble for being slightly underdressed. And ties they're not very comfortable.
I too will go with slightly underdressed, and here's my reasoning. I could like live in a hoodie. Like if you see me 9 times out of 10 wearing a hoodie if it's not too hot. So if I can just get through life always wearing a hoodie, I'm gonna do it. And also like no one's gonna think I'm pretentious if I'm slightly underdressed. If anything, they're just gonna be like, humble dude, hoodie dude.
Slob.
So, well, yeah, I mean,
I was gonna say that. You took the words out of
you win some, you lose some.
Okay.
Yeah, either way, you win some, you lose some.
Yeah. All right. Well, that is our show for this week. Thank you for tuning in. And remember, you can now find all of our podcasts on iTunes, or you can just do SoundCloud if you're that kind of guy.
Yep.
Or girl or gal. We don't discriminate.
Maybe you don't identify.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, gender's just a social construct. Well, anyway, thanks for listening, and we'll catch you next week.